What if I told you that every missile fired in the Middle East makes someone in Manhattan richer? What if every oil tanker that gets threatened adds millions to a Swiss bank account? What if the same conflict that spikes your gas prices is funding someone else's yacht? Right now, while headlines scream about war and destruction, there's a shadow economy thriving in the chaos. A 21-mile strip of water that controls your electricity bill. Defense contractors betting on body counts. Oil traders who profit from panic. This isn't about geopolitics. This is about profit. Cold, calculated, blood-soaked profit. While you worry about rising prices and global stability. A select few are making fortunes from the fear, but who are they? How do they do it? And why does every conflict seem to make them richer while the rest of us pay more for everything? Because war isn't just politics. War is business. And business is booming. The Strait of Hormuz, 21 miles wide. And it controls your life. Every day, 20% of the world's oil passes through this narrow channel. This isn't just a shipping lane. It's the world's most profitable choke point. When tensions rise in the Gulf, oil prices spike instantly. Your gas bill doubles. Your electricity costs soar. Your paycheck buys less. But while you're calculating how to afford groceries, someone else is calculating their next yacht purchase. Because every dollar you lose, they gain. But here's what will make your blood boil. The people making money from your misery aren't just passive observers. The chaos capitalists meet the commodity traders. Vittle, Glencore, Trafigura, names you've never heard. Profits you wouldn't believe. These aren't oil companies, they're chaos companies. They don't drill for oil, they profit from panic. Glencore made $5 billion in trading profits during one Middle East conflict. Not from producing anything, from predicting fear. They don't just profit from chaos. They have every incentive to encourage it. Peace is bad for business. Stability kills profits. Fear is their fuel. But the oil traders are just the beginning. There's an entire ecosystem that feeds on conflict, starting with those who sell the weapons. The defense money machine, every missile fired is a purchase order. Every drone shot down is a restock request. Israel's defense companies, Elbit Systems, Rafael, Israel Aerospace Industries. They're not just defending a country. They're running the world's most profitable trade show. Every Iron Dome interception gets filmed. Every victory becomes a sales pitch. Want to see our missile defense system work? Check out last night's news. Raytheon, Lockheed Martin, Northrop Grumman. Every bomb dropped is a bomb that needs replacing. The longer the conflict lasts, the more money they make. Peace is literally bad for their stock price. But there's something even more profitable than selling weapons. In today's warfare, the real money comes from threats you can't even see. The digital war profiteers' war today isn't just kinetic. It's digital, and that's where the real money is. Every cyber attack creates demand for cybersecurity. Cybersecurity firms are seeing demand spike 400% during the current conflict. Not because they're stopping attacks, because they're selling fear of attacks. You don't need actual cyber warfare. You just need the threat of cyber warfare. Companies pay millions for protection against attacks that might never come. Fear is more profitable than actual war. Because fear never ends. But while digital threats create profits in cyberspace, physical disruptions create opportunities in the real world. The supply chain scam when the Strait of Hormuz gets threatened, shipping costs spike. Maersk, Kiseko. Shipping giants suddenly charging war risk premiums. Double the normal rates for routes that might not even be dangerous. Meanwhile, ports in India, Africa, and Turkey suddenly become strategic alternatives. Port fees triple overnight. Security surcharges appear on every bill. Your Amazon package costs more to ship. Everything you buy carries a war tax, but the war tax doesn't go to the war. It goes to the profiteers. And while shipping companies exploit route disruptions, energy companies have perfected an even more cynical strategy. The energy extortion. When Gulf tensions rise, energy companies don't just raise prices. They raise them faster than the actual threats justify. It's called fear pricing, and it's completely legal. Saudi Aramco, Qatar Energy. See, every headline about potential conflict adds billions to their market cap, even if nothing actually happens. Meanwhile, American shale producers fire up rigs faster than ambulances. Crisis production, they call it. Translation, price gouging with patriotic packaging. Renewable energy companies use war to sell energy independence. Even clean energy profits from dirty conflicts. Your fear becomes their funding, but energy isn't the only sector exploiting global instability. The ripple effects create opportunities that span continents. The global ripples scam India imports 80% of its oil from the Gulf. So when Gulf tensions rise, Indian energy bills spike. But here's what they don't tell you. The actual oil supply isn't disrupted. just the threat of disruption. China plays all sides, buying Iranian oil at discount prices, selling weapons to Saudi Arabia, positioning as a peace broker, all while securing energy deals that benefit from the chaos. Africa gets hit with higher import costs, but oil-producing African nations suddenly become strategic partners. Europe scrambles for energy diversification. Translation: paying premium prices for alternatives. Every crisis creates new dependency. Your instability becomes their opportunity. Now let's connect these pieces. When you see how all these profit streams link together, the true scope of the war economy becomes terrifying. The perfect circle. So let's connect the dots. A missile near the Strait of Hormuz triggers oil price spikes. That fund commodity trader bonuses while creating demand for defense systems. That generates cybersecurity contracts. That justify shipping surcharges. That create energy dependencies. That fund more weapon sales. That create more instability. That justify higher prices. That fund more missiles. It's a perfect circular economy. Powered by your fear, funded by your higher costs, sustained by your vulnerability. And the most twisted part, the same people profiting from the chaos are the ones with the power to stop it. But why would they? Peace is bad for business. War isn't about ideology. It's about margins. Conflict isn't about territory. It's about market share. Every missile fired generates revenue. Every threat issued creates demand. Every escalation expands margins. While you pay more for gas, groceries, and electricity, boardrooms from Geneva to Houston to Tel Aviv are celebrating record profits. The war economy isn't a side effect of conflict. Conflict is a side effect of the war economy. And you're not the customer, you're the product. Your fear feeds their profits. Your vulnerability creates their wealth. And the system is working exactly as designed. Subscribe now. Because in a world where everything is weaponized for profit, understanding the game is your only defense. The war isn't overseas. The war is on your wallet. And you're losing.